Let me ask you something and be honest with yourself. How many times have you walked out of a net session thinking, I'm in great touch, I'm timing the ball really well here, and I'm seeing it like watermelons? And then on the weekend, you nick off early or you get bowled playing a shot you never play in training. Because I've done that more times than I can count, and I see it every single week at club level. Most cricketers are actually much better net players than they are match players. And the problem is, we don't realise it. We think we're improving because we're hitting the ball nicely in training, but that doesn't always translate to runs or performances when it actually matters. The main issue with nets is that they create this false sense of form. You can bat for as long as you want, there's no real pressure, there's no scoreboard, and there's no consequence if you get out. You might nick one out first ball, but you just keep batting, and by the end of the session, you've middled a few and you walk off feeling good about yourself. In a match, that exact same nick and your innings is done. You're back in the sheds, you're thinking about it all day, and it's in the scorebook. Another massive difference is pressure. In the nets, you're relaxed. You're in your training gear, there's no crowd, there's no expectations, there's no real nerves. You're just reacting to the ball with a free mind. In a match, it's completely different. There's pressure from the team, there's pressure from yourself, and there's the situation of the game. Even if you don't think you're nervous, your body knows the difference. Your footwork tightens up, your hands get a lot harder, and suddenly shots that feel easy in the nets feel rushed or awkward in the game. What people also don't talk about enough is that nets reward shot making, while matches reward decision making. In the nets, you're encouraged to play your shots. You drive on the up, you try to flick over mid-wicket, you try to hit sixes because it feels good, and no one really cares if you get out. In a match, the question isn't, can I play this shot? The question is, should I play this shot right now? Good match players aren't always the best timers of the ball. They're usually the ones who make the best decisions under pressure and know when to take risks and when to just go through a tough spell. The other big thing is consequence. Nets have almost none. You can get bowled, caught, LBW, it doesn't really mean anything. You just walk back to the line and wait for your next go. In a match, one poor shot costs your innings, could cost your team momentum, sometimes could cost you even the game. That consequence is actually what forces learning. If you keep getting out caught behind, driving away from your body, but there's no real punishment for it in training, your brain never fully registers it as a problem. You keep doing it week after week, wondering why you're quote-unquote unlucky. This is why you hear so many players say, I always get out the same way. It's usually not bad luck. It's usually because their training environment never forces them to confront the weakness properly. They look good in the nets, so they assume everything's fine. If you actually want your net sessions to translate to match performance, you have to make them uncomfortable. You need to add some form of consequence. Even with something simple like saying, if I get out 3 times, I'm done for the session. Or keeping track of your dismissals and being honest with yourself about it when you get out. You also need to train scenarios, not just hit balls. Put yourself in situations like being none down or seeing off the new ball, or needing to rotate strike against spin, or even chasing 30 or 4 overs. That's what matches are built on, not endless half volleys. And probably the most important part is reviewing yourself properly. Not just, I batted well today, but actually asking, how did I get out? Was it a technical issue? Was it a poor decision? Was I under pressure? Did I go too hard at the wrong time? That's the stuff that actually makes you a better match player. At the end of the day, nets are still important. You need them for grooving your technique and getting volume in. But the biggest mistake many cricketers make is that thinking that good net form actually automatically means good match form. It doesn't. Nets don't make match players. Pressure does, situations do, consequences do. So next time you walk out of training, instead of asking yourself how well you timed the ball, ask yourself whether you trained the way you wanted to actually hold up in a real game. Because that's the difference between looking good in training and actually making runs when it counts. Thanks for watching.